Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasu here. Come at you guys finally with the Rarity Collection 2 list. I got all these piled up, so we're going to go through it. I'm going to tell you guys also what I think. Just smash that like button, subscribe. The more people who like this video, the easier it is for other people to see the list as well. Let me know what you think of this list in the comment section below and what you want. Check out the sponsors. I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get right into this, right? So hopefully you guys appreciate that. Also, a card or two may be missing since the reveals are still ongoing, but I am pretty sure I got the full list here. We're going to get right into it. So, alternative art, really quickly, all I'm going to say is about Blue Eyes alternative art is that every time this card gets printed, it's eventually a $10 card, and it's usually pretty high at the jump. And this is pretty good. I'm cool with that type of fan service card. That's fine. Jets, I hate Jet, honestly, here. That's the big thing, and you're going to see this a lot with this set specifically, is that they reprint cards that already have Starlight Rares. I was not a fan of that in the first Rarity collection. I'm not a fan of that in the second Rarity collection. Blue Eyes Jet here doesn't make me too happy. Chaos Hunter is very interesting because it has seen meta play and all that, and now that it has, it is going to be a card that could be seen in the future. Seeing it as a reprint, it's fine, but this card was really cheap ever since Mavens anyway. It's kind of whatever. Phantasma, we already knew. Aluber is kind of idiotic to me. I mean, we're on OTS 24. This got an ulti in OTS 20, and it was pretty cheap. It was like less than $20. If you want an Aluber to play with, it was always like sub $3, $4. I don't like this pick at all. I think it's pretty bad. Skullmeister, yes, it had a CR, but it was from Ancient Guardians. I think it's a good pick overall. I think it's fine. Now, the Edison reprints that were in this set were actually amazing. So, Super Nimble here. I think that Super Nimble could be reprinted in a bit of a better way, but I am not upset about it being in Rarity Collection 2 at all, per se. I think it's a pretty good reprint overall, and I think the Edison just got a lot cheaper just based off that, because you were always looking at sub 45 to 60-ish dollars for any a set of any holo reprint of this card, and then the commons were even like up to $3. So not bad as a reprint over here. Raikou, fantastic, and same with Charge right over here. I'm gonna say I looked at Battles of Legends and I was like, why do we not have a holo Raikou in this set? And then they missed Charge, which was an actual important holo card to actually print. I really hated that. I guess it's great to see it here. I will say this about the OG prints of these cards. They might go down for a little bit, but they're not going to go too low because people are going to want to play with OG print and Edison as well as OG print OD print. People like the old school feel of those cards, so I wouldn't be worried about them dropping in price too much. If you want them, but they will have a drop. So if you want the OG cards, maybe in a few days you could take a look at the prices there. We're going to skip a lot of this because we already kind of knew what this was. All I'm going to say is Silent and the Silent Paladin Magician are here. They had a card called Silent Swordsman that was not reprinted in this set. And I said, if it does not in Rarity Collection 2, you're going to want to make sure you grab that. It's like $3, $4 and it's not here. So going to say that very quickly here. Everything else here we knew. We also knew, you know, the alt arts here. Alt art Joel is in here, by the way, as well. So I assume OG Phantasma is as well. Now, what surprises me a little bit, but not really, is Illusion of Chaos. I said, hey, they might put it in here for Magician Souls, but they reprinted these cards not even like 8, 9 months, like 10 months, not even like 9 months ago. Actually, not even 8 months ago, because I think we got the tins in October. We're getting this late May. Yeah, probably like 1, 2, 3, about 8 months ago. And they're like, you know, $2, $3 for Illusion of Chaos for Prismatic Secrets, which look great. I don't really care / like about this. Again, they, you know, just like I said for Jet, they're kind of looking through and saying, oh, what Starlight Rares from every core set can we reprint? I really am not a fan of that. But I guess it's gonna look cool, I'll say that. So if you're excited, by the way, if you're excited for something, I'll obviously be excited for it. Just because I say I don't like the Konami's decision of reprinting cards that already have Starlights doesn't mean you don't have to, as long as you know, you're here for a different perspective, right? Ultimate Slayer, I mean, I'm wondering why they're going to reprint Power of the Elements when they have some cards from Power of the Elements already here. Like, it's kind of weird why they're even including that set, per se. Maybe it's just to have a little bit more filler. I don't know. But Ultimate Slayer, I guess that's okay. I'm glad I never picked up the Starlights of that. Fusion Deployment here. I guess that's cool. I mean, it is kind of a great / iconic card, so I get that. Polymerization, very awesome pick here. I actually like this a lot. You got the Unchained stuff right here as well, which is really good. Although I think, and this is my problem with it, is that they should have put more effort into reprinting the Unchained stuff earlier. That's the only thing I want to say about it. They should not have waited till Rarity Collection 2. This deck has been in and out of the meta for like almost a year at this point. They should have reprinted it. That's all I'm saying. The Mind Control, again, they went for more generic stuff here. I think it's very good. I love how they have the Foolish Burial in here. It makes me really happy. The Gold Shark was a really cool pick. I am very happy with the spell lineup mostly here. I will say that. Bingo Machine Go, this card needed a reprint for a long time. I think giving collectors a quarter century, again, really, really good. They really kind of gave us too much Blue Eyes. I think that they could have removed Jet here, and I think we would have been fine. We knew about Prep. Duality was good as well. I told people about that Duality might be in here because they missed in the last one. It's a possibility, and it looks like it's here. MST's cool, I guess. I mean, it's just something for collectors. Cyclone is also here, so I guess if you got ultis, rip. Herald of the Orange Light's actually not here. I just noticed that. Okay, so I actually was wrong on one of my predictions. I thought Herald of the Orange Light would have been here. I don't know why looking at Cosmic Cyclone reminded me of OTS, and that reminded me of Orange Light. Book of Moon. I think we already knew that. This, I don't know why it's here. It's like a really bad Ultra from the same set that Jet came from. Pearly cards, we already knew that. Lance was very interesting. That's pretty good. That makes me think in Rarity Collection 3, are they just going to put Chalice in there then? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I like having my OG ultis, though, for Chalice, not Lance. But I like Lance. I kept getting rid of my supers because they were just inflated, and I'm like, you know what? If I need this card, I'll figure it out when the time comes, and I guess I figured it out. So I'm glad about that, but my ulti Chalice is not looking in good good to have when Rarity Collection 3 is coming up. Book of Eclipse, we already knew that. Twin Twisters, good. I still like the ulti more, but I guess it's fine. I felt like we knew E-Tele. I could be wrong. No, I don't think we knew E-Tele. Yeah, that's cool. I'll say that. Pax was stupid. This was terrible pick. XYZ Encore. This is not a Rarity Collection card. This is a card that could have been reprinted somewhere else easily, and we would call it a. Plus, Konami's had years to reprint this card. Last time this card got printed was a decade ago. I know because I was playing back then, and this card got bought out like once a year. XYZ Encore. All the time. And then when around when Cash came in, it was just a money card since then. Enemy Controller is in here. Enemy Controller's in here. Did they just give us an ulti like 3 months ago? Yeah, no. OTS 23 had an ulti. And we're on OTS 24. And they're giving it. Okay, this is what I really don't like about Rarity Collection Konami sometimes. Is they're not even giving some stuff proper time. Like, why are you giving us Enemy Control and Rarity Collection when you just gave us an ulti, right? That's like below $40. It's just idiotic. Granted, the ulti's probably going to look probably better because of the swirl. People might want the quarter century instead, but I don't like that at all. I thought that was... I mean, I guess it is what it is. I know Konami doesn't care about reprint meters at sometimes, especially with these older cards, but like... It just irritates me because you should have gave the ulti to something else. You could have made a ulti Unchained card instead of Enemy Controller and OTS 23. And then we would have been perfectly fine waiting 4 months for a quarter century. That's just disappointing. I don't like this. We already know all this. Anti-spell is just so funny to me. It being here, there's like no reason. Skill drain, I expected this. And then, you know, I told people, I actually hate Skill Drain as a floodgate more than a lot of other things. And then we just have the Psalms over here. Now, the extra deck, also, if you have not liked that video, go ahead and like the video. I know this video is going to be a little longer. I know a lot of people probably came here for the list in depth already, which is, like, completely fine, right? But, you know, if you're still here, I appreciate you. Chimera, good pick. I think it's pretty good. Dragoon, again, as someone who owns the Starlight, rip Bozo, but I kind of expected it a little bit. Garuda's interesting. I guess it's fine. Psychic and Punisher's cool, I guess. Surprised they didn't give it to like Red Dragon Archfiend because they already gave it a Ghost. And they, you know, they'd already like reprinting stuff as quarter centuries already have like a lot of high rarity, so I'm just salty. Coral Dragon's cool. I think Coral Dragon's fine. The Exorcist card is good as a reprint. It's going to be a reprint for a while. Dweller surprises me. Dagaris surprises me, but that's actually not bad. Yeah, it looks good. I've seen pictures because shoutouts to Sage Killer sent me them. It looks good, but I don't know if this is a Rarity Collection 2 card. Raffles, I mean, you want to give Trap Tricks players something, that's fine, but, you know, another OTS ulti that's getting, reprinted. I feel like OTS nowadays is just going to be like sell once you just, like, open it up. And that's kind of how I'm going to see a lot of these cards. Like, unless you want to play them, or they're, like, at a certain point of OTS, like, maybe pre-OTS 10, I don't really see people having faith in OTS as much anymore, just because it's like again, a lot of these picks, I think there's a lot of cards that Konami could reprint that don't already have ulti slash starlights, or at least they don't have to dabble in both. Break Sword's awful as a pick. Borderload's awful as a pick. We already knew this stuff, which is awesome. Masquerade, I think, is a fine pick, but Rim Job here is just like, again, aren't they going to reprint this in Photon? I mean, it's just kind of weird, but I guess they want to bling out the extra deck more for Albaz because they have so many core sentries. So, sure. Trish, okay, you know what? I guess this was a blessing in disguise. Well, I want to tell you guys this. I ended up getting a Starlight Trish recently, and I barely ever order online. I don't order online for me much. But I'm like, you know what? I just want it, right? And it came damaged, like, pretty badly. And I was like, and I ordered it near mint. I'm like, you're joking, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to send it back. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to probably eventually get this. And it never crossed my mind that this was going to be a card they'd reprint. So I'm kind of glad that maybe I guess I'm happy. Blessing in disguise, right? Blue Eyes here again. Oh, they reprint another Blue Eyes card. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. Maybe I'm a bit of a Blue Eyes fanboy, a little bit, but that's cool. Again, Jet, not cool. All the others, cool. Crystal Wing, it's generic. I get it. They want to have their little mini Baron here. Omega's kind of odd. Same with Librarian, but okay. Tachyon here, I think, is actually a good rank 8 to do. Underworld Goddess is fine. I don't think it was worthy, but okay, it's fine. Seals is good. Seals has definitely been an iconic card. But overall, can I be honest, boys? I knew it wasn't going to be as good as Rarity Collection 1. But I just feel like I'm just disappointed. Maybe it's also because of, like, just what we already knew so far. And I'm, like, looking. I'm like, don't get me wrong. It's going to help the player base. You know, some cards are going to get cheaper. I love the Edison stuff in here for sure. Definitely love the Raikou. I think the Raikou is the card I'm most excited for. But overall, a lot of these cards didn't have accessibility issues. And when I say a lot of these cards, I mostly mean in the, like, including what we knew as well. Like Moonlit Chill, we had quarter Moonlit Chills for like years at this point, right? Raikou had commons. Rescue Cat had, I mean, it's just, that's kind of like a legacy card. You know, the top shelf here was pretty accessible. I mean, Phantasme we already knew, but, you know, sometimes it was like $6, $8. Sure, right? I'll let Phantasme slide. Souls was fine. Droll was cool, I guess, but the spells were kind of good. But I don't know. I'm just not as happy with it. All I'm gonna say is I hope they don't like rush Rarity Collection 3. Like, I hope that it's like a next year release near spring, like this is, like, and it's a yearly release. Because if you guys don't know, Rarity Collection 2 was like 8 months ago. So overall, what do you guys think about this list? And let me know. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Personally, again, I'm not as happy as I probably should be with it. It's still not bad. I still think there's some great, awesome picks. There's definitely something for everybody. I will admit that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.